So, what you been watching on TV?
Right now, the three main
Or
shows.
Netflix.
Yeah, the three main shows because I don't have TV whatsoever. Genlock, just finished that up.
So good.
I've been watching Umbrella Academy, trying to finish that up, and
So good.
Mob Psycho season 2.
Haven't seen it, but I've heard so good.
So good. Yeah, those are the main three. We're not going to go into spoils in the first half of this, so we're just going to be talking about what we're feeling, the recommendations if you haven't. What about you?
Oh my god, Genlock's been amazing. So I was so glad that it finally finished this past weekend. I was watching it week by week, and it was torture.
I didn't have time to sit down and actually watch it. It was hard just to sit down and watch a show, especially a 30-minute show. But now I've had more time because of all the snow and stuff. So
no, Umbrella Academy was a very good,
out of
very
nowhere.
good show.
I'm about halfway
Came out
through
of
on
nowhere.
it.
Gerard Way, you have a crazy mind, and I love it.
Ugh, it is. I don't.
Yeah.
What is it? Hazel and
Cha-Cha?
Cha-Cha. Yeah, they're so fascinating. I bought a box of donuts because they keep eating donuts in the show, and I'm just like, I want donuts.
Spoilers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't think eating donuts is a big spoiler.
Watch if it's like the plot point that ties everything together.
Yeah, in season 2 or something.
The donuts. It's all about the donuts.
About the donuts, man. You sound like a crazy conspiracy nut.
Pepe Sylvia, where's Pepe Sylvia?
I did start watching an anime recently that a friend recommended. I can't remember the full name of it because it's a long one, but it's The Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime.
Right, I've heard about that one.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
It's another one I've been sucked into the
It's wholesome.
Wholesome with a lot of Japan. I've heard good things about that one. I haven't checked it out. I'm getting kind of burnt of that sucked into another world trope after dying. Because Sword Art Online really spurred that back up. But
well, you weren't necessarily dead in Sword Art, but you died if you died.
If you die in the game, you die for real.
You die in the game, you die in real life.
Yeah, I think it was that. Konosuba, which is a fantastic show, kind of parodies it. Dot Hack is still one of my favorite animes out there.
Overlord, very good.
Overlord, another very good
if
one.
If you haven't seen Overlord,
there's a lot of them now.
Yeah,
it's definitely become a trope.
It is a trope.
I Lost in Another World with My Smartphone, a weird show where So Ashley's laughing back there.
I heard audible sigh.
I started watching this because Ashley started too, and this kid pretty much he dies and he's just he's super peppy. He doesn't have any other emotion besides happy-go-lucky, and it drives me nuts. But he gets sent to another world, and you can bring one thing with you. He's like, smartphone, they can do anything, and so he's able to use Google Maps. And he's able to
Is there internet?
Yeah, apparently that's part of the stipulation is he has free Wi-Fi.
He's got his own personal satellite.
And so he's one of these characters that's just he runs into two very beautiful girls. They teach him magic. He's able to use magic because he's the main character.
Magic.
And then he's able. It gets so out of hand. At one point, he just builds a gun.
That's the next installment of the Pokemon series.
He also finds a way using his phone to macro reloading. So he doesn't reload, he just kind of goes boop boop, and then the gun will automatically reload it on its own. He's
cheating.
It's a harem anime too, so it's just you're just sitting there, just oh look, another beautiful booby lady coming in, and now they're fighting. And
surprise!
I don't care if I spoil this. It ends with every one of them wanting to marry him, and he's just we'll see.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's my rundown of one of the few animes that just ugh.
Yeah.
But going to something good, Mob Psycho season 2. If you haven't watched the first one, a very beautiful kind of psychological comedy from the creator of One Punch Man. This one's a little bit more serious, even though it starts out very goofy. Season 2 expands on that. There's a lot of character development. The intro is fantastic. I listen to it all the time, and the art has improved. And it's getting pretty dark. So
there is a cat approaching me.
There is a cat approaching you to talk to you about the wonderful anime.
Talk to me about my cat is gone.
Cat is gone. So yeah, that's Mob Psycho season 2. If you like Mob Psycho season 1, check it out. If you haven't, watch season 1. Find out for yourself. And the one that we just finished, and we're going to go into spoiler territory from this point forward, is for Genlock.
Yeah, Rooster Teeth.
killing it.
Yeah, they killed it with this.
Yeah,
one.
we talked about when it first came out, saying like this is like blew us out of the water. Rooster Teeth is known for doing like Ruby and Red vs. Blue, where it's like 10-minute long episodes at most.
Yeah.
They have done a 8-episode season with 30 minutes each, and the animation is just
so good,
out of this world for
good.
it's professional. I have to stop and like it's when they start referencing Rooster Teeth stuff or hearing a Rooster Teeth voice that I go, yeah, that's oh my god, this is Rooster Teeth.
Yeah. Oh wait, this is that company that started in someone's garage for voice recording, Red vs. Blue.
Michael B. Jordan, David Tennant,
Maisie Williams,
Dakota Fanning.
I forget some of the others,
and,
but then we have Rooster Teeth cast, like Miles Luna, Lindsey Jones, Matt.
Yeah,
he's in it.
He's the in the what is it? The facility that they go to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's the CEO that keeps walking through the table. Oh, that drove me nuts.
Yep.
But yeah, so
that's funny.
No Gus.
Unfortunately.
So yeah, they did an amazing job, and the show was very enthralling from start to end. The plot twists that happened, the small details.
Yep.
My favorite was in the last episode, in the intro. I watched every intro because the music is so bumping.
It's good. It's a good opening.
So at the end, it usually flickers for a second to show Michael B. Jordan's character inside of like in a stasis tank or whatever because he's injured due to an accident or whatever. But it switches for this last episode to actually be an evil clone of himself due to circumstances. And it's those kind of details where I went back and like, what the shit was that?
Yeah.
Like,
I love when they change the opening, especially for a finale episode.
JoJo is notorious.
JoJo's notorious for it, where they add all the sound effects in, and it gives me chills every time I watch one of those. But yeah, the cast is really good, very diverse. They tackle a lot of social issues that a lot of people said that they shouldn't touch because they are an internet animation company, and I think it's silly because they handle it better than some of the game studios out lately. Yeah, not going to get into that, but I just wanted to give props because they handled it very well. Yeah, and I mean, even like you were talking about how the actors were so great.
Yeah,
like, even the design of all of the tech that they were using was fantastic. You can clearly see the inspiration from the Halo. What is it? The crawlers. I'm forgetting their names.
Right the Scarabs.
Scarabs, yeah. You can see the Scarabs in the Union tanks. You can see the mech warriors in the walkers. You can see... I mean, you can even see the Power Rangers inspiration from the characters themselves. It's great.
The one thing I really love about the show is the fact that we don't know what the Union is.
Yeah.
We know that they're bad, and they've proven that they are a force of pure just... oppression and evil. They're willing to wipe out entire cities just to get what they want.
And very assimilate or die.
Right, and you see characters get taken, or they'll use nanotech to just kill everybody. Yeah. And there's a scene in the first episode where they take out all of New York, just gone.
Yeah, well, they had that sweet War of the Worlds inspired giant walker robot thing that came up out of the ocean. That was a clear nod to that.
Yeah, and it's just we don't know what their motives are. We don't know who's leading them. We don't know if
we don't really know anything about the Union. We just know that they're the bad guys.
But there's one question that has been floating back and forth in my head until the final episode is, are they actually humans inside of those suits, or are they nano-controlled beings? In the final episode, we see someone actually take off their helmet from the Union. It's an actual human. So they're oppressed people having to serve the Union after being conscripted into this crazy like fascism like kind of world, and it's very crazy because they could have been like, oh yeah, they're evil for evil's sake, and we're gonna show why. It's like they didn't give a reason. Nope. They're just straight evil.
We still don't know anything about the Union, and that's something that I think that they're gonna keep a close guarded secret for a while, especially if they continue the series, which they definitely opened it up to. Expansion with that.
I think at RTX they're gonna announce season 2.
Oh yeah, that's coming up, isn't it?
But Michael B. Jordan now has been in a movie with 3 Oscars, and you also have David Tennant, who's moving on to other projects as well.
You also have Maisie Williams with the Game of Thrones hype coming up.
But I think I hope Rooster Teeth is getting exactly what they wanted from this, because I think it is a phenomenal success. And I will be buying some Genlock merch in some form. So, and it's really big for me because my relationship with Rooster Teeth is a little odd. I like the actual personalities behind Red vs. Blue. I don't like Red vs. Blue. I don't like Ruby.
I honestly dropped off of Red vs. Blue probably after season 3 or 4.
My cousin was super into it. I couldn't get into it. Yeah. But yeah, I found them from the podcast and the animated shorts, and I listened to the podcast, and I think the founders are great. I think a lot of the people that work there, and the company feels human, and so seeing them succeed, there's a personal attachment to it. I've never been to an RTX. I haven't been to any of their live events. I'm not a big Achievement Hunter fan anymore, but
you still support.
I still support because to me it's the closest thing to internet celebrities that you can be without being obnoxious. They are the most professional people I think of, and
but they're still real.
They're still real. It's that fine line. It's not like Smosh where you know the people, but you never know if they're like genuine or not.
Yeah, and also like they don't take themselves too seriously, which is one of the best parts.
Yeah,
that's what helps them feel real.
The Gus naked calendar.
I should have ordered.
I should have ordered it.
I'm kicking myself for not getting that.
Hurts me. Him on a bear rug. Anyways,
I was gonna put that in the office.
Oh God, no. But that's us gushing about Genlock, and what other shows are you guys watching? Please leave below. Did you watch Genlock?
Did you watch Umbrella Academy?
Have you watched Mob Psycho?
Have you watched
My Life as a Teenage Robot?
Ooh, that's a good one. Have you watched Invader Zim?
They're coming out with a new movie, apparently.
I know, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Apparently, Jumanji's coming out with another one, too.
Yeah, Jablinski.
Yeah.
No, they're currently shooting it, so.
Yep.
God, that guy is what he has done in 6 months compared to my 7 years on YouTube just kills me.
Well, I mean,
I'm not Jack Black.
That established following.
I had my mother, thank you very much.
I'm sure he had his mother too.
Anyways, we're gonna move on to questions and answers.